Hello learners. In this lecture we will be studying about planning. We will be covering the topics such as planning, nature of planning, and purpose of planning. Planning. Planning in the management is about what steps you need to take to reach the goal, what changes and hurdles to anticipate, and how to utilize human resources and opportunities to reach the expected outcome. Nature of planning. Planning is a primary function of management. The functions of management are broadly classified as planning, organization, direction, and control. Planning focuses on objectives. Planning is a process to determine the objectives or goals of an enterprise. It lays down the means to achieve these objectives. The purpose of every plan is to contribute to the achievement of objectives of an enterprise. Planning is a function of all managers. Every manager must plan. A manager at a higher level must devote more time to planning as compared to persons at the lower level. Planning is an intellectual process. Planning is a mental work basically concerned with thinking before doing. It is an intellectual process and involves creative thinking and imagination. Wherever planning is done, all activities are orderly undertaken as per plans rather than based on guesswork. Planning as a continuous process. Planning is a continuous and permanent process and has no end. A manager makes new plans and also modifies the old plans in the light of the information received from the persons who are concerned with the execution of plans. Planning is dynamic. Planning is a dynamic function in the sense that the changes and modifications are continuously done in the planned course of action on account of changes in business environment. Planning secures efficiency, economy, and accuracy. A prerequisite of planning is that it should lead to the attainment of objectives at the least cost. Planning involves forecasting. Planning largely depends upon accurate business forecasting. The scientific techniques of forecasting help in projecting the present trends into future. It is a kind of future picture wherein proximate events are outlined with some distinctness while remote events appear progressively less distinct. Planning and linking factors. A plan should be formulated in the light of limiting factors which may be any of the 5 M's, which are man, money, machines, materials, and management. Planning is realistic. A plan always outlines the results to be attained and as such it is realistic in nature. Purpose of planning. Facilitates accomplishment of objectives. The aim of planning is to facilitate the attainment of objectives. It focuses its attention on the objectives of the organization. It states the objectives of each department in the organization and of the enterprise. Ensures economy in operations. Since planning emphasizes efficient operation and consistency, it minimizes cost and gain economical operation. Coordinated group effort. Even flow of work and deliberate decisions are due to planning. Precedes control. Control involves those activities which are carried out to force events to conform to plans. Plan serves as standard of performance, provides for future contingency. Planning is required because future is uncertain. Planning enables the management to look into the future and discover suitable alternative course of action. Facilitates optimum utilization of resources. Various resources that are relevant to an organization, namely funds, physical resources, manpower, technological know-how, etc., are by and large inadequate due to demand from competing organizations and have alternative uses. Prerequisite for other managerial functions. The purpose of planning is to provide a conceptual and concrete basis for initiating and undertaking other managerial functions like staffing, organizing, directing and control. All-pervasive function. Planning is a function of managers at all levels, though the scope, nature, and extent of planning differs from one enterprise to another and from one level to another. Coordinates the activities. Coordination is an important factor for the smooth functioning of an organization. Provides for the delegation of authority. Planning provides for the delegation of authority to subordinates.